Game 5, and that's why we bring in three-time NBA champ Bruce Bowen as these two teams get ready for a game tonight. So you have D'Antoni and Pop, and we've seen this before. They've been in this situation before, Game 5 of a conference semifinals. It was 10 years ago when Pop and the Spurs faced off against D'Antoni's Suns. That series shifted on this moment in Game 4. Robert Horry committing a flagrant foul and Steve Nash prompting a bit of a scrum, including Amari Stoudemire and Boris Diaw leaving the bench. They would be suspended for Game 5. The Spurs would win Game 5 and the series in 6. And when you take a look at this series, you know, Pop has owned D'Antoni.
Owned him.
In the playoffs.
Owned him.
16-4 when you look at the record in wins here. What's different in this series that you've noticed?
In this series, I think it's a plethora of things as far as San Antonio is concerned. It's never been a wing guy that's been a go-to guy for San Antonio. It's usually been that big 2-1 down in the middle. So it's different that way because it's more ball movements, more creative screens going on out there. And on D'Antoni's side, it's still similar having the ball in a ball handler's hand as far as James Harden is concerned. He kind of utilized a lot of the same schemes he did with Steve Nash, but he surrounded James with three-point shooters. But more importantly, James was able to take the ball all the way to the basket, whereas Steve was about creating shots and creating for others as well.
You have an interesting way of describing that Horry Nash
Steve
play.
He ran into Rob drawing the foul, and then he laid down, and we all know what took place after that, Kev. I mean,
it was like that.
Great series.
It was Steve Nash running into Robert Horry.
Running into Rob. Selling the foul is what we call it. Steve Nash plays soccer.
Interesting version right there. Bruce is going to be back during the 9 o'clock hour to talk about the Warriors and the future and which team they want to face, the Rockets or the Spurs.